Hi! I've been meaning to do this update for a couple weeks now. I wanted to give a follow-up to what happened with the Velamentous Cord Insertion when Kate was born. She's about 6 weeks old now and she's doing great, so just in case you were wondering. So after the 32-week scan, she was doing fine, she was growing well, and the cord didn't look as bad as I had originally thought. They said it looked a little more marginal rather than velamentous. So there wasn't any follow-up testing. There was nothing recommended by the maternal fetal specialist. So my midwife kind of just took that recommendation and didn't schedule me for any follow-up testing. And the closer we got to 37 weeks, the more nervous I got. I ended up just crying at one appointment. I think it was 35 weeks. Just because I was nervous and I was afraid, you know, maybe her cord had deteriorated or who knows what had happened, and we just didn't know. So the midwife that I saw that day was so sweet and gave me a non-stress test, and I was able to see during the test I actually had a contraction, and I was able to see how her heart rate handled it, and she just did great. And then that kind of helped me a little bit, put me at ease. And my midwife said she wasn't going to induce me for a velamentous cord insertion until 39 weeks. And from what I had read, just the chance of having a stillborn baby goes up considerably after 37 weeks with this cord insertion. And so I was really nervous. I wanted to be induced early. Both my girls were induced at 37.5 for high blood pressure. Keegan came at 36 and 2 for, I mean, just he came on his own. So in my mind, I wasn't really worried about it because I thought my blood pressure would go up, or I thought she would just come on her own, really. I actually thought I was in labor so many times. Turns out she did not come on her own. But the good news is, I guess the good news is my blood pressure did go up. And my midwife agreed to schedule me at 37 weeks. So for gestational hypertension, because it went up just that last 2 weeks, pretty much. Not super high, but just was slowly increasing. And I was feeling a little bit like unsure on if it was the right thing to be induced for the velamentous cord insertion or not. I had joined a support group on Facebook called Velamentous Cord Insertion Support, in case anybody finds this video that wants to join. It was a really helpful group. And I was just feeling like, maybe it's not that big of a deal. Like, there was a ton of success stories on there. And then I think just a week before my induction, a lady that was on that support group went in to have her baby at 39 weeks, and he had passed away the day before, and because of his cord insertion. And it just made me really grateful that I was able to be induced at 37 weeks and nothing happened to her cord. I mean, nothing probably would have happened to her cord, but it was just not worth the anxiety to me of having her inside of me any longer. So 37 weeks I went in, and there was a whole thing that happened with the induction that she just didn't want to come out, honestly. All my other births were really short, like 5 hours to about 8 or 9 hours, I guess, with Keegan was the longest. And she took 25 hours. Not like of being in hard labor, but just the induction. She wasn't ready to come out, apparently. So anyways, it all worked out fine in the end. And then with the cord insertion, luckily the biggest risk during labor is when you're pushing that the cord can be compressed and she won't get any oxygen, but she came out in one push, so we didn't have to worry about that. So that was a huge blessing. And yeah, she did great. She weighed 6 pounds 15 ounces, and she was 20 inches long, and we named her Kate Gracie. And she's just an absolute doll, and we're super grateful for how everything turned out. Like, when it was like, when I finally held her and I just realized that, like, this horrible, terrible thing that I had been waiting to happen, like, didn't happen, like, wasn't actually gonna happen. It just felt like unreal. Like, I actually have this baby and she's joined our family, and it's like a dream come true. I still think about that all of those weeks where I was so worried about her, and I just feel really grateful that she's a part of our family, and that anxiety is completely, like, past us. So here I go crying again, but I am not going to film this again, so let's hope this works. But I'll show a cute little clip of her. Here she is, our super cutie. She's a doll. She's almost 7 weeks old already, and she sleeps pretty well in her own crib. She loves her binky. She's been smiling lately, which is so fun. Are you gonna wake up, Kate? Hello, sweet girl. Hi. Hello. Are you tired? Yeah. Are you going back to sleep? Okay, I'll let you have Binky. Do you want to have Binky again? Oh. Our little Kate, we blessed her in church last week, and something that I really love that my husband said in the blessing was that she'll be like a joy to everybody, and it's already coming true because she's been such a joy to me already. So I'll talk to you guys later, and hopefully keep uploading some videos. My life is a little more busy now, but a little more happy now too. So talk to you later. Bye.